Good afternoon, students. Today we continue our today's lecture with the trigonometry part 2. Okay, so before going to trigonometry part 2, let recall yesterday's lecture. So, yesterday we start with the right angle triangle, then we go for the functions of the basic and the other trigonometry function. Then with the help of the unit circle, we prove the formula of sine theta and formula of cos theta. The next, we prove with the help of the unit circle some important formula, that is cos square theta plus sin square theta is equal to 1, 1 plus tan square theta is equal to sec square theta, and 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta. Then the next, we also learn about the cos theta is equal to cos minus theta, right? The next one is sine is equal to minus sine theta, minus sine minus theta. One of the topic is when theta increases in the first quadrant, cos theta decreases. And when theta decreases in the first quadrant, cos theta increases. And the opposite process occur in the sin theta. Sin theta in the first quadrant, if theta increase, sin theta also increase. And if theta decrease, sin theta decrease. Okay. So, these all things we learn in the yesterday's lecture. Now, finding the value of sin theta and cos theta in all fourth quadrant. We already know that in first quadrant, both are positive, sin and cos. In second quadrant, cos negative and sin positive. In third quadrant, cos negative, sin also negative. And in fourth quadrant, cos positive, sin negative. So, with the help of this sign, let's move with one formula, that is sin n pi by 2, sin n pi by 2 plus theta, it gives plus or minus cos theta, and the sign of the right hand side, it depends on the sign of the left hand side, that is the sin n pi by 2 plus theta. Same way, sin n pi by 2 minus theta, here pi by 2. So, sin function will convert into the cos. In the first one, pi by 2. So, sin function will convert into the cos. So, the sign of cos, what is the sign of cos? It may be plus or may be minus. But what is the actual sign? It depends on the sign of the n pi by sign of sin n pi by 2 minus theta. Let's better understand with one example, that is, see, find sin pi by 2 plus theta. So, sin pi by 2 plus theta, pi by 2 means our sin function will convert into the cos. But what is the sign of this cos? Plus or minus? So, it depends on the left hand side. So, let's find the sign of the sin pi by 2 plus theta. And for that, from figure 1, the angle pi by 2, this is the pi by 2, and pi by 2 plus theta, that is in the second quadrant. And in second quadrant, the sign of sine is positive. You all know that in first quadrant, all functions are positive. In second quadrant, sine function is positive. In third quadrant, cos function is positive. And in third quadrant, tan function is positive. And in fourth quadrant, cos function is positive, right? So pi by 2 plus theta is in second quadrant. So in second quadrant, sine of sine is positive. So our right hand side is positive. Okay. Similarly, let's move with one more example. Sine 3 pi by 2 minus theta. So here pi by 2, so our sine function will convert into the cos. But what about the sine of this cos? It plus or minus? For that, let's from figure 2. 3 pi by 2 minus theta. This one is 3 pi by 2. Okay. Minus theta. Minus means we have to go clockwise direction. This minus sign means we have to go clockwise direction. 3 pi by 2 minus theta. So we are in third quadrant. And in third quadrant, sign of sine is negative. So our answer is negative minus cos theta. Conclusion is sine of n pi by 2, sine of, conclusion is sine of n pi by 2 plus or minus theta. So pi by 2, so sine function will convert into the cos. But this plus or minus sine depends on the sine of sine n pi by 2 plus or minus theta. The same thing for the cos. Finding the value of cos n pi by 2 plus or minus theta. For that, cos function will convert into the sine. But what is the sine of this sine function? It depends on the left hand side. It depends on the sine of cos n pi by 2 plus theta. And the same for the n pi by 2 minus theta. So let's better understand with one more example, that is find cos pi by 2 plus theta. Cos pi by 2 plus theta means cos function will convert into the sine function, right? The sine from the figure 1, pi by 2 plus theta. Pi by 2 plus means it is in the second quadrant. This one is pi by 2. Okay, so pi by 2 plus theta, this is the theta. So pi by 2 plus theta in second quadrant. And in second quadrant, the sine of cos, this is the cos, the sine of cos is negative. So our answer is negative. The next example is find cos 3 pi by 2 minus theta. Here, see, cos 3 pi by 2. Cos 3 pi by 2. Pi by 2 means our function cos will convert into the sine. Okay, but it is positive or negative. It depends on the sine of cos 3 pi by 2 minus theta. So the angle 3 pi by 2 minus theta is in third quadrant. This is 3 pi by 2. 3 pi by 2. Minus theta, it means it is in the third quadrant. Minus sign, so we have to go clockwise direction. So 3 pi by 2 minus theta is in third quadrant. And in third quadrant, cos is negative. So our answer is negative. So the conclusion is cos n pi by 2 plus or minus theta is depends, will convert into the sine theta, but the sine plus or minus, it depends on the sine of cos n pi by 2 plus or minus theta. Now, for finding the value of cos n pi plus or minus theta, here if we have given pi, then this n pi, so cos function will remain cos, but the it positive or negative, it depends on the left hand side. Similarly, cos n pi minus theta. So for n pi, cos function will remain the same, that is the cos, but it is positive or negative, it depends on the sign, left hand side sign. Okay, so let's take an example. See, find cos pi minus theta. Cos pi minus theta. So pi minus theta means this is the pi, right? Minus theta. So it is in clockwise direction. So it is in second quadrant. In second quadrant, the left hand side is negative. So our answer is negative. Okay. So conclusion is cos n pi plus or minus theta is equal to cos theta, but it is positive or negative. It depends on the sign of cos n pi plus or minus theta. Now, finding the value of sin n pi plus or minus theta, it is as equal as cos. Sin function will remain sine in both the case, and it is positive or negative, it depends on the sign of sin n pi plus theta, or it depends on sin n pi minus theta. See, let's take an example. Find sin pi plus theta. Dear all, you know that pi, so function remain the same. Sin remain the sine and cos remain cos, but it is positive or negative. It depends on the sign of the left hand side. Here pi plus theta. Pi plus theta, it means it is in third quadrant. And in third quadrant, sine of in third quadrant, sign of sine is negative. So our answer will be negative. So conclusion, for sin n pi, function remains same, but it is positive or negative. It depends on the left hand side, that is sin n pi plus or minus theta. Students, before moving to trigonometry's next topic, let's take pen and paper. Will want to ask you some question regarding this topic. Okay. Okay. So, my first question is, what about the cos? What about cos 7 pi by 2 plus uh, cos 7 pi by 2 minus theta? Okay.
minus plus sin theta.
Uh, see, I want to, this is the pi by 2, right? Pi by 2 means our cos will convert in sin theta.
Minus sin.
Yes. Cos will convert in sine, but it is positive or negative. It depends on the sign of the left hand side. Here, this is pi by 2. This is 3 pi by 2. Here, 5 pi by 2. The next is 7 pi by 2. 7 pi by 2 minus theta means it is in third quadrant. 7 pi by 2 minus means we have to go clockwise direction. So it is in third quadrant, and in third quadrant cos is negative. So our answer is negative. Okay. Now sine theta minus pi by 2. Please don't unmute yourself. I will ask particular students and that will be give the answer. Sine theta minus pi by 2. If you know the answer, please raise your hand, but don't unmute yourself. Palak? Palak? Palak, are you there? Yes, Karan? Yes, Karan. Unmute yourself and give me the answer. Karan?
Minus sin theta.
Minus sine theta. Hello? Hello, Karan?
Yes, ma'am. Minus sin theta.
No, Karan. This is not minus sine theta.
minus cos
Minus cos theta.
Okay.
Minus cos theta.
I explain why. See, here sine theta minus pi by 2. So minus, if I get minus common, minus sine pi by 2 minus theta, right? Now minus and keep it same. Here pi by 2. So our function will, sine function will convert into the cos theta. But it is positive or negative, it depends on these. So sine pi by 2 minus theta, pi by 2 minus theta means it is in first quadrant. In first quadrant, cos is positive. But for this minus sign, our final answer is minus cos theta. Okay. Now, the next one is tan phi pi by 2 plus theta. Anyone? Yes, Nirmal?
minus cos theta,
Nirmal?
cot theta,
Minus
minus cot
cot
theta.
theta. See, phi pi by 2 means this one is in here pi by 2, 3 pi by 2 and this one is 5 pi by 2. 5 pi by 2 plus theta means it is in second quadrant, right? And pi by 2, so tan function will convert into the cot and cot 5 cot theta. But in second quadrant, tan is negative, so minus cos theta, yes. So many students are giving answer in chat box also. Yes, you are right. Thank you, students. Let's move with the next topic of the trigonometry. Okay. So our next topic is here. This is a trigonometry, but in the trigonometry second part, the cos alpha minus beta. This is the formula you already used in your school mathematics lectures. So cos alpha minus beta is cos alpha cos beta plus sin alpha sin beta. Students, please remember this formula, cos alpha minus beta. Here minus sign. So in the right hand side is plus sign. In the cos formula, cos alpha cos beta, cos occurs same in the first term and sin occur in the second term. Now we are going to prove the formula of cos alpha plus beta with the help of this equation 1. Cos alpha plus beta, that is cos alpha minus minus beta. Okay, this minus minus is plus. So cos alpha minus minus beta. So if we take this alpha as A and this one is B, what is our formula? cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. Similarly, if we take this alpha as A and this minus beta as B, our formula is cos A, that is cos alpha, cos B, that is cos minus beta, plus sin alpha, sin minus beta. And as you all know, cos minus beta is equal to cos beta, and sin minus beta is equal to minus sin beta. So our formula is cos alpha cos beta minus sin alpha sin beta. Again I repeat you, cos minus beta is cos beta and sin minus beta is minus sin beta. So this is the equation 2. It means it is second formula. The next, sin alpha minus beta, we represent this sign in the form of cos, that is cos pi by 2 minus alpha minus beta. Dear students, this is we take as theta. This is sin theta. So sin theta is equal to cos pi by 2 sin theta is equal to cos pi by 2 minus theta. And if we take theta as alpha minus beta, then here this theta is alpha minus beta. So, if we take pi by 2 minus alpha, and this minus minus is plus. So, our formula is now cos, this is our A, and this one is our B. Cos A plus B. So, cos A, cos B minus sin A, sin B. What is our A? Our A is pi by 2 minus alpha. What is our B? Our B is beta. Again, A is pi by 2 minus alpha, B is beta. Now, cos pi by 2 minus alpha is sin alpha. You all know cos pi by 2 minus alpha, then that is sin alpha. So, sin alpha cos beta. Here, sin pi by 2 minus alpha is cos alpha. So, cos alpha sin beta. So, for sin alpha minus beta, our final formula is sin alpha cos beta minus cos alpha sin beta. Okay. Now, sin alpha plus beta. So, we represent sin alpha minus minus beta. With the help of this formula, sin alpha cos minus beta minus cos alpha sin minus beta. Cos minus beta is just cos beta and sin minus beta is minus sin beta. So, minus minus plus here. Okay. So, this is equation 4. First formula is cos alpha minus beta. Second is cos alpha plus beta. Sin alpha minus beta. Sin alpha plus beta. Now, the next is tan alpha plus beta. Tan alpha plus beta is sin alpha plus beta upon cos alpha plus beta. What is sin alpha plus beta? Sin alpha plus beta is sin alpha cos beta, cos alpha sin beta. And for cos alpha plus beta, cos alpha cos beta minus sin alpha sin beta. So, by dividing this whole term, or we can say the whole equation with the cos alpha cos beta, we get this formula. Let's check. If we divide in the numerator first term by cos alpha cos beta, then cos beta will be cancelled and sin alpha upon cos alpha is tan alpha. Plus, if we divide cos alpha sin beta by this cos alpha cos beta, then cos alpha cancel and sin beta upon cos beta is tan beta. In the denominator, cos alpha cos beta upon cos alpha cos beta, which is 1, and the next minus sin alpha sin beta. So, upon cos alpha cos beta, that is tan alpha tan beta. Okay. So, this is the formula of tan alpha plus beta. Now, cot alpha plus beta. For cot alpha plus beta, our formula is convert into the cos and sin. So, cos alpha plus beta upon sin alpha plus beta, right? So cos alpha plus beta is cos alpha cos beta minus sin alpha sin beta upon sin alpha plus beta is sin alpha cos beta plus cos alpha sin beta. Now cot alpha, if we divide the whole equation with the help of sin alpha sin beta, that is cos alpha cos beta upon sin alpha sin beta will give cot alpha cot beta. In the second term both are cancelled, so one remaining. Sin alpha will be cancelled in the denominator's first term, so cos beta upon sin beta, that is cot beta, and sin beta cancel in the second term, so cos alpha upon sin alpha, that is cot alpha. Now this is the formula of cot alpha plus beta. Now we are our equation 3 and 4, that is sin alpha minus beta, sin alpha cos beta minus cos alpha sin beta, and the fourth equation, that is sin alpha plus beta, is sin alpha cos beta plus cos alpha sin beta. If we add these two equations, then these sin alpha minus beta plus sin alpha plus beta is equal to, by adding both term will be cancelled. Now the remaining term is sin alpha cos beta plus sin alpha cos beta, that is 2 sin alpha cos beta. So if we take this alpha minus beta as A and this alpha plus beta as B, alpha minus beta is A, alpha plus beta is B. By adding these two equations, if I add these two equations, I have 2 alpha is equal to A plus B. It means alpha is equal to A plus B by 2, right? Similarly, by subtracting these two equations, if I subtract these two equations, then I have beta is equal to B minus A by 2. So this is beta. So this alpha is A plus B by 2, beta is B minus A by 2. If I substitute the value of alpha and beta in this equation, then alpha is A plus B by 2, beta is B minus A by 2, alpha minus beta is A, alpha plus beta is B. So this is the our see cos beta b minus a by 2, which is similar to cos a minus b by 2. So this is our first formula of sin a plus sin b. It means that sin a plus sin b is equal to 2 sin a plus b by 2 cos a minus b by 2. And in similar way, we can prove the remaining formula also, that is sin a minus sin b. See, if we subtract these two, here we are adding these two equations, but if we subtract these two equations, then we get this formula, sin a minus sin b equal to 2 cos a plus b by 2 sin a minus b by 2. Now if we take the formula of cos alpha minus beta and cos alpha plus beta, then with the help of that two formula, we can prove cos a plus cos b and cos a minus cos b formula. And this formula we also remember the short, this is the short trick for remembering this formula. This is S plus S is equal to 2SC. This is S minus S, 2CS. C plus C, this is 2CC, and C minus C, so minus 2SS. Students, S for sine and C for cos. So sine A means any theta, and sine B means again any theta. So sine A plus sine B equal to 2 sine. In the first function, we are adding this 2 theta by 2, and in the second function we are subtracting this 2 theta by 2. This will do in all equation. So again, if sin A minus sin B equal to 2 cos A plus B by 2 sin A minus B by 2. Okay, so in the first function, we add the theta of the both function of the left hand side and then divide by 2. And in the second function, we subtract theta of the both function from the left hand side and then divide by 2. Okay, so this is the short trick for remembering this formula. Now, see the next sine 2x. So for sine 2x, we represent this 2x we represent as x plus x. So sine alpha minus alpha plus beta. So sine alpha cos beta plus cos alpha sine beta, right? Mohammad Zakir. Yes, I know. You all know this formula, but I already told you. Now we are doing the revision of your school's lecture, and more 4 lectures are for the differentiation and integration will go. That's why we told you. I told you that we are going the basic maths lecture. This is not your mathematics one. Okay, so when I will start your mathematics one, will tell you that now we are going to start the engineering mathematics, that is mathematics one. Now we are doing just revision. Okay, I know you all go through all the formula. We are just recalling all the formula. Okay. Okay, sine 2x, that is sine x plus x. So we are applying sine alpha plus beta formula, that is sine x cos x plus cos x sine x. Sine x into cos x plus sine x into cos x, it is 2 sine x cos x. Same for cos 2x, cos x plus x. So cos alpha cos beta minus sin alpha sin beta. Here both alpha and beta are same. So cos square x minus sin square x. Now with the help of this formula, cos 2x is equal to cos square x minus sin square x. If I convert this sine function into the cos, then I have to write sin square x is equal to 1 minus cos square x. So by simplifying, I get cos square x minus 1 plus cos square x. So cos square x plus cos square x is 2 cos square x minus 1. So cos square x is 1 plus cos 2x by 2. Now, cos 2x is equal to cos square x minus sin square x. In this, we convert sine function into the cos function. But for second, if we convert cos into the sine, then 1 minus sin square x minus sin square x. So 1 minus 2 sin square x. So sin square x is equal to 1 minus cos 2x by 2. So more 2 formula are coming from this equation. Now, tan 2x. Tan 2x is sin 2x upon cos 2x. Sin 2x is 2 sin x cos x. Sin 2x is 2 sin x cos x. Cos 2x is cos square x minus sin square x. If I divide the equation by cos square x, then I get 2 tan x upon 1 minus tan square x. Yes, students, this is the formula of tan 2x. Sin 2x, so we represent sin 2x as 2 sin x cos x upon 1, and 1 is cos square x plus sin square x. If I divide the whole equation by cos square x, then I get 2 tan x upon 1 plus tan square x. So this is the formula that defines the relationship between sin and tan. This is tan and tan, now sin and tan. This is the relation between the sine and cos. Now, tan 2x is tan x plus x. So tan x plus tan x. 1 minus tan x into tan x. So 2 tan x upon 1 minus tan square x. Okay. Both are same formula. Here we prove this formula with the help of sin 2x and cos 2x, and in this case we prove with the help of the tan function. Cos 2x is cos square x minus sin square x upon 1. 1 is cos square x plus sin square x. If I divide the whole equation with cos square x, then I have 1 minus tan square x upon 1 plus tan square x. So this is the relation between the cos and tan. Now the next formula is sin 3x. So sin 3x is sin 2x plus x, sin 2x into cos x plus cos 2x into sin x. Here our alpha is 2x and beta is x. So sin alpha cos beta plus cos alpha sin beta. Now sin 2x is 2 sin x cos x keep it same. For cos 2x, here we have cos square x minus sin square x, sin x keep it same. So by simplifying 2 sin x cos square x, here cos square x into sin x minus sin cube x, both term are same. So 3 sin x cos square x, if I get 3 sin x common from both term, then I have cos square x minus 3 sin x keep it same, and cos at the place of sin square x I put 1 minus sin square x minus sin cube x. By simplifying 3 sin x minus 3 sin cube x minus sin cube x. So finally I have the formula 3 sin x minus 4 sin cube x. So this is the formula of sin 3x in the form of sine, and this is the formula of cos 3x the same way in the form of cos, which is the most important formula. So remember. Explain again tan 2x formula. Okay. Okay. No, only formula is important. Derivation proof, no need to remember the whole proof. Now onwards, you just remember the whole formula. For tan 2x, sin 2x upon cos 2x, sin 2x is 2 sin x cos x. See, here sin 2x upon cos 2x. Sin 2x is 2 sin x cos x. Cos 2x is cos square. See, this is the formula. Cos 2x is cos square x minus sin square x. So cos 2x is cos square x minus sin square x. In the place of sin 2x, I write 2 sin x cos x. If I divide these with the help of cos square x, then what? 1 cos x will be cancelled, and 2 sin x upon cos x is tan x. In the denominator, cos square x upon cos square x, so 1 minus sin square upon cos square x, so that is tan square x. Okay? Okay. Students, our lecture will be concluded within a minute. So we'll solve all your queries in doubt solving session. Our last lecture of basic maths for the doubt solving. So I will solve all your query in the doubt